Yes guys, welcome back to the Travis Brown Coaching YouTube channel, and we are coming in hot today with a number of things that are going to save or help you smash your Hyrox. Now before I go into that, not only here at the Game Plan are we experts in smashing Hyrox, a Hyrox affiliated gym program, are we World Championship contenders, and do we also have a podium finish in our Hyrox as well? We are also masters of the photo shoot. We have taken over 50 people from transforming their physiques from being out of shape, unconfident, overweight, and ultimately very, very unhappy, to people that are in a position of pride, performance, success, shredded, all those things. And not only do we do that, we do it by helping them educate themselves and actually do it in a way that's sustainable for their future, taking people from the start process to getting lean to then showing them that the body they've just built can do unthinkable things that they never even imagined. So that's what we do at the Game Plan. So if there's something like that that you're interested in, then make sure you drop us a message on Instagram at Travis Brown Coaching, and you follow our work, have a look at all the tips and information we put out, and see if you're interested in that as well. So thank you for joining us today. Now you may be wondering why we're doing this video this close, but London Olympia Hyrox is just round the corner, and so many people right now will be panicking, they'll be worrying, and they will be in a position where they are basically not enjoying their prep. So this video is for you guys, for a seasoned pro, for someone that has been smashing it. There's always tips you can pick up, but this video probably isn't for you today. But what we're going to talk about is how we can salvage our Hyrox, but also how we can use this final week and these final few days to also smash your Hyrox. Now, I'm going to start off with something where I'll say, in the start of this video, this week is not something where you are going to be able to train in a position that's actually going to give you a huge performance boost. The more training you do this week, the less likely you are to feel fit, fresh, and ready, which means we need to train smarter, not harder. Now, like I say, we are about 3 or 4 days out now from Hyrox London Olympia. So this video is for those people that are in their final week. So telling you that you cannot train in a way that is going to hugely benefit your Hyrox now if you haven't done the work prior should not be a deterrent to finishing this video, because what we can do is a number of other things. So what we're doing this week for all of our clients, and myself included, is we taper. What that means is we're starting to reduce the intensity. We're also starting to reduce the volume, and basically we're starting to reduce the impact that we put on our bodies in this final week. Why do we do that? We do that so we can put our body in a position of recovery and help our body start to repair. Now that doesn't mean going teetotal. It doesn't mean stopping our training. It doesn't mean reducing training load entirely. What it means is we're now training a little bit smarter. We're taking something off our body. So your question to that might be, okay, so why are we training? So we're training basically to keep the cardiovascular system working, the respiratory system working. We are trying to help our body regulate.
Come on, give it a run.
You'll see things like little interval workouts and utilizing the equipment and the exercises you're going to do in Hyrox to keep you familiar, to keep your body moving in certain patterns. But every workout we do, we don't want to feel the next day. We don't want to feel DOMS. We don't want to feel lethargic. We don't want to feel too tired, too stiff, because that's actually limiting us. So at this point on this video, if you are doing your session, if you're competing on Saturday, then Thursday, Friday really needs to be a rest day for most people. Some people, when they take that amount of time off or have 2 days off before an event, they'll feel a bit stiff and a bit lethargic, in which case, ultimately, then maybe you should be doing some intervals on a bike, but basically no impact, no strain, nothing that is going to be felt that next day. So something for me, I always do the day before an event. I make sure I'm not training at all. I'm completely resting. However, I will make sure that I do yoga, stretching, mobility, a little bit of foam rolling, and obviously a good amount of steps as well. Not too many, I don't want to be tired, but a good amount of steps to keep the body moving. The day before that, I will always make sure I do a low impact and intensity, so low intensity cardio session. So for me, it could be a swim, because it ties in with my Ironman training, or a cardio session that maybe, you know, on the bike or something like that. But again, we're thinking low impact on the joints and just getting the body moving. On the Thursday, we will make sure we're doing a little bit of strength and conditioning, so something that's going to elevate the heart rate. This could be something like some skier intervals, some sled, but just below competition weight. So something I've given the guys that you can give a try is 10 calories on the skier, 12.5 meters on the sled push. We do 20 meters of burpee broad jumps, 20 wall balls, and then we'll have a 3 to 4 minute rest, and then we'll repeat that 3 or 4 times. That'll get you a good heart rate lift up. We'll get a good sort of intensity and enjoyment, mobility, and all of those things. But ultimately, you're not going to feel that the day later. Wednesday again would be a cardio session, and then Monday, Tuesday would be a strength conditioning session, but we're looking at around the 80% mark. So that's what we do with training on the last week. That's how, for you in this position, if you've trained really hard and you want to make sure you feel fit, fresh and ready, then you're going to do that. And also the same, even if you've not had the prep that you wanted. Now, the second thing is all going to be about recovery, lifestyle, mobility, and all of that stuff. The things that you can do this week, basically, that are all centre around your body feeling the best, is simple. Stretching, foam rolling, good quality sleep, resting and de-stressing. So sitting there worrying about your Hyrox performance will not help your Hyrox performance. Shock, I know. I didn't believe it at first either. But trying to have a really relaxed attitude and allowing your body to try and really recover. Something I do for this is practice gratitude, journaling and stuff like that. And without getting too wishy-washy, anything that's going to help you de-stress is going to help you relax and also help your body repair and recover through this week. The next thing is organisation. Making sure that you are prepped and planned and you know exactly what you need to do. Get on top of your travel plans. Get on top of your accommodation plans. Get on top of who's coming to watch. If you've not done Hyrox before, or the whole thing still makes you nervous, go to the venue early or the day before, depending on when you race. Register, walk around, take a note of the venue, the atmosphere, get involved, and then take yourself away so you can rest and recharge. And one thing that I always recommend is, if you're racing later in the day, try your very best not to be on your feet all day. It's not good for you. You'll stress, you'll be tired. It doesn't allow you to refuel and just relax. So that's ultimately what you're going to need to do. You want to be nice and chilled. Then the other thing, of course, is always nutrition. And people always ask us. Now, a weird thing is with Hyrox, a lot of people not only have the performance goal, but they also have the goal of looking a certain kind of way. Let me tell you, 7 days out from your Hyrox is not your time to diet. I must insist that when you are pulling your calories down, you're dieting down, you are underfueling your body, which means your body dips into the fat stores. It will transfer it, blah, 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 without getting into all of that and someone calling me out and saying that's not how fat loss works. Effectively, you pull your calories down, your body looks for different energy, it takes it off the body. That means you are depleted, you are low on energy. Well, no one has ever had their best performance in their life on a diet. Now, if they've been dieting prior and then they put their food back up, then perhaps, but it is not the process of dieting during this week. It will not help you. So make sure your carbs are nice and high. Make sure you're eating at least maintenance calories for the first start of the week. And then I will always drive carbs up through the week. So,
come on, Travis. Easy, easy. Nice and easy.
we will always drive the carbs up bit by bit through the week. So we'll take it from like maintenance calories and carbohydrates earlier in the week. Then the day before the event, we'll have 6 to 8 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight. So for me, that's around about 450. The day before that, I'll have the same or just under. So maybe down to 400. I'll go 350, 300, 200. So that's working your way back through the week. So we're slowly loading the carbs up through the week, increasing the glycogen stores, increasing the carbohydrate stores, allowing your body to repair, recover, be replenished, but also have super ample amounts of energy to dip into when it comes to that event as well. Then on the morning, for me, don't do anything different. Do the things you've always done. For me, if you've never done it before, I always have some porridge pots in the morning of a big race day. And then I basically, because it'll allow me to go to the toilet. Then rice cakes and jams are always a very quick carb source that I'll go to depending on what time you race as well. So earlier in the morning, try and just have your breakfast an hour and a half to 2 hours before you race. If you race later, think about quick digesting carbs, rice cakes, jam. Tend not to do things like sweets and stuff for a proper meal because that will go through too quickly. But again, you could use cereals, you could use fruit and veg to keep those carb levels topped up. And again, those glycogen stores for your nutrition. And then as well as the nutrition, something that we always recommend is obviously electrolytes, keeping your electrolytes in, lots of hydration. We always drive our hydration up during the week prior to an event. That just allows us to make sure that the muscles are fully saturated and our body is in a really, really good spot. So if you do those things, so if you start to think about right now, what does your nutrition strategy look like? Have you updated that? What does your training strategy look like? Have you updated that? Are you looking at lifestyle in terms of recovery, stress, repair, good sleep, and all of that stuff? If you do those and you focus on being super organized for the event, in control, then that is going to absolutely save or salvage or even help you smash your Hyrox. That is all the stuff that you can do in the week. On the day, come up with a strategy, but don't overcomplicate it. If you know what times you should be running, then make sure you just keep checking your watch to run it. Obviously, keep an eye on the next station. Something I always do is I make sure that I know exactly where the next station is whilst running. So if I've done the skier say and I'm coming off into the sled push, I will make sure I know exactly where that sled push is on my first lap of my run. Focus on the run the second lap and then in if it's on the third lap usually. And then also thinking about strategy in terms of how you're going to do the exercises. So for some people, the sled push is broken down. They'll do 6 meters, and they'll have a rest for a few seconds in between. Obviously burpee broad jump. Some people just try and go all the way through and end up flagging. But come up with your strategy, break it down. Use your training experience or some of the training you've done to make those choices. That in itself will help you massively nail the exercises by following the strategy and follow it. I'm not expecting anyone to go in and be perfect, but actually if you do that, you're going to be in a position where you're controlled. You're not necessarily worrying about your fatigue. You're focused on your strategy. That's going to help you relax into every different event. And my golden nugget for you to take away is that if there's a certain event or exercise in Hyrox that you say really hate, you've only got to do it once and use that as momentum. Be proud that you've done it, be excited that you've done it, and then focus on moving into the next bit and basically carrying that momentum in. So if that helps, you please drop us a like, drop us a comment, please subscribe. There will be more videos. We're going to be vlogging the London weekend, we're going to be vlogging the Gdansk weekend, and we're also going to be vlogging the Hyrox World. So if you want to get an insight into how we do at the game plan, how I do, and how these events run, if you're like never done it before, or you're thinking about a European event or something like that, or in fact aiming to get to the World Championships, subscribe to our channel, let us know how you found it, share it with your friends that would benefit from it, and thank you for watching.